Hello everyone, Ryan here from Baird&Warner, and my first Getting to Know Grayslake of 2022 is at This Old Book with Jeanette. We're going to talk about the store, her personal history with Grayslake, and what she likes about the town. So, Jeanette, tell me a little bit about This Old Book.
Oh, we're a used bookstore in Grayslake. We've been here over 20 years now. So basically, it's all used books except for a handful of new. And we take books in from people and we give store credit that they can use towards more books. And we have probably 35,000 titles at one given time. And it just really depends on what we get into, what we see. But we get everything from books from the 1600s to books from 2021.
Wow.
So we have a little bit of everything.
What's the most interesting book that you've had, do you think, personally?
Well, it was a set, and it was absolutely beautiful, and it was, oh my gosh, I'm blanking out on the name. We've gotten so many in. It's like right now I have a first printing of Huckleberry Finn.
Wow.
So, but that I've seen in more than once. So it all just walks in our door.
That's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
It makes its way up here to Northern
Yes.
Illinois. And
Exactly. And I have a collector that knows what I like too. He's very good. This Christmas he brought me so much Jane Austen.
Huh.
I had some beautiful 1800s editions of Jane Austen that all went over Christmas.
That's amazing. Well, it's such a nice Christmas present, isn't it?
Yes,
A book,
exactly.
particularly an antique book.
Well, and I love seeing the new generation. They get so excited when they start to collect and they start to, because there's so much history and information that we can give them on the book, that when they come in and they get started on that, and we can show them some of these unusual pieces you might not ever see again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love when the kids light up.
Yeah, it's a bookshop is a special place because you get the smell of the books and you get to feel them and turn the pages. It's that kind of special moment, isn't it?
Oh, and especially as I was saying with the young generation, we get so many more of the teenagers and younger kids that come in and they're excited it's an actual bookstore.
That's very cool.
And I love seeing that because everyone's like, oh, kids don't read anymore. They're
So
avid readers.
So wrong. Huh. So tell me a little bit about yourself. What brought you to Grayslake and what made you choose Grayslake as a place to live?
We've lived here for, well, we just moved a little bit north, but we were in Grayslake for 25 years. And it was the middle ground between my husband's job and my job when I used to work in downtown Chicago. And our realtor knew it was a great town. And in 25 years, it's changed so dramatically and grown. It's a completely different place from when we moved into it in every good way.
Wow.
So we enjoy the area. We enjoy downtown. There's always something going on.
There is. What's the biggest change? Do you say there's been a big change?
The amount of building.
Right.
I'll never forget, we were coming from Schaumburg and we moved up here and I remember thinking, oh my God. I was thinking I was moving to the backwoods, and the amount of growth in the last 20 years, it's just a totally different town. We've turned into a mini Libertyville.
Right.
We have the great things about Libertyville, but you have still that small town feel of Grayslake.
Yeah, it's got that nice balance between being a little bit quieter, but also having enough to do.
Yes.
And it's so picturesque, particularly with the historic district in downtown. So what would you say to someone, and you kind of already touched on this, what would you say to someone considering moving to Grayslake?
There's so much to do. The downtown, they'll close off the street. The summer farmers market is probably one of my favorite things. The amount of fests that they have going on, there's always something. You like beer, there's a beer fest. You like bourbon, there's a bourbon fest.
It's true.
Or just Taste of Grayslake, or there's so many little things, or the balloon festival.
So pretty.
So much of it is kids related and kid friendly.
Yeah.
And that's a huge thing.
Yeah, it is. It gets funny. People talk about the high taxes in Grayslake in particular, but when you think about the great schools and the downtown and everything that happens in the town, you kind of get your money's worth.
Yes, it is true. The schools are amazing. People come just for that. So, and that's what's nice about the town does a great job of keeping those local things going that are the kid friendly because the schools are so good.
Yeah, absolutely. So just to finish off, tell me a little bit about what This Old Book is planning for 2022.
Well, we're going to continue to grow. We always do that. Tons of books in constantly. But probably the thing we enjoy the most is that we do a farmer's market with local authors. So our summer market, when they closed down the whole street, we had to stop it for COVID, and we did a little of it last year. But hopefully we can get back to normal this year. So we'll have a local author in front of our store every farmer's market on Wednesday.
Every farmer's market? Mm-hmm. That's incredible. And of course, Grayslake has its fair share of authors as well.
We have a whole local author section.
Yeah. It's it astounded me when I looked up just how many different authors have come from Grayslake over the years.
Yep.
Well, that's fantastic. Jeanette, thank you so much for today.
Yeah, thank you for
I hope
having
you've
me.
enjoyed it. And thank you very much, everybody.